Summer is here, so you know I have to show you guys how to do the perfect glowy summer makeup look using all affordable products. So if you want to see how I did it, just keep watching. Let's get into this glowy summer makeup look. This lip balm I'm using, guys, is the Edam Le Choo Choo Lip Softening Balm. This is not part of the tutorial because this is not drugstore, but if you want your lips to feel so incredibly soft, get your hands on this, okay? Okay, so I just zoomed you guys in a little bit. We're gonna start with this Thayers facial toner. You wanna make sure your skin is all clean before you go in with any makeup. Hopefully my vibe doesn't seem off, but literally 30 minutes ago, I was having a mental breakdown. So yeah, now our face is all clean. We're going to go in with something to hydrate, and then we're gonna do SPF. I love these e.l.f. Thirst Burst drops. I feel like they are extremely hydrating. I'm sure you guys saw that they just bought Rhode, which is insane. For dewy, glowy summer makeup, you want to look like a glazed donut. Now, if you have oily skin or you tend to sweat, I would prep your skin differently. So take a mattifying primer and put it in the areas that you get oily, or a sweat-proof primer as well. We all sweat in the summer though. For sunscreen, I'm using the Milani SPF BFF primer, and you need to make sure your skin is protected at all times. I don't even care if it's the summertime. You should be wearing SPF in the house. Apparently, I did not know that. I did not know that it is recommended you also wear sunscreen in the house because of blue light. We're gonna start with brows. I've been honestly going through it with my eyebrows. I have no idea what look I like or what I want them to look like. I'm gonna go in with this NYX brow glue. Really gonna swirl in there because I'm running out. And I'm going to brush my eyebrows up. I do like a mixture between that feathered look and the filled in look. Using the leftover toner on this cotton pad, I am going to clean around my brows just so the foundation and concealer doesn't get into any like brow glue. Does that make sense? Now we're moving on to complexion. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Skin Tint Stick in the shade Light Medium. I saw one of my mutuals comparing this to the Dior foundation stick, which, guys, this goes on like butter. I've never tried the Dior foundation stick. If you like stick complexion products, this is perfect for you. It goes on like butter. Like, look at how it's blending on my skin. This is in fact a blush brush. This is Real Techniques 110. I'm gonna use it to blend out my foundation. Do you actually know what I want to do and what I've been hearing is a really popular thing to do? A trick that Jackie Aina put everyone onto is taking your setting spray. This is the L'Oreal Infallible. We'll revisit her later. Spraying it onto your brush, okay? And then blending your foundation out with that. I actually met Jackie the night that I met Sierra at the NARS concert. If you follow me on Instagram, you know what I'm talking about. When I say there was nothing, and I mean nothing, that could have mentally prepared me for that moment, because we're in Atlanta, so I'm pretty sure Jackie lives and she lives in LA. When I go to events, I'm only expecting the girlies from that respective state to be there most of the time. So when I went to the Sierra concert with NARS and I saw Jackie Aina, and I couldn't miss the opportunity to say hello. Had to say hello to the girl, to the queen. She is so stunning in person. She's literally unreal. Like unreal. For bronzer, I'm taking the Milani Cheek Kiss Cream Bronzer in Hey Honey. I'm gonna use this Makeup by Mario brush. Pretty sure, what is this, the F4 brush, so it's dual-sided. If you're gonna buy expensive brushes, I would recommend getting dual-sided ones. It just makes a lot of sense. So I'm just picking a lot of this up onto my brush, really packing that on my brush. I'm putting this where the sun would naturally, you know, give me that bronzed look. The skin tint isn't really the shade I wanted it to be. I should have used the other shade, but I thought this one would match my undertone better. This is a Sephora Collection number 26 brush. I'm taking some of the contour and I'm going to contour my nose with this. Bronzer, contour, whatever. I'll get a little close. The closer you make these two little bronzer lines, the smaller your nose is gonna look. I don't know, I don't contour my nose every single time, but I've been kind of into it, so. We have a life update. I have a Miami vlog that's primarily edited, but I'm not entirely sure if it's something you guys would want to see just because it's a little all over the place. I went for my birthday. It was so fun, but it ended up also kind of being a work event, which I don't mind. We went to a Sephora event, which was at Joya Beach. It was a beach club event. Insanity. Literally insane. One of the most beautiful events I've ever had the privilege to attend. One. Then we went to a NARS event, which was also extremely gorgeous. Like, Miami's just so beautiful. And also just to be invited to these events, I don't want to get emotional on camera, but I'm a very emotional person and I don't really take in all of the things that I've accomplished and all of the amazing things that God has blessed me with. Sometimes I just don't take it in, but sometimes you really just need to sit there and, you know, my brother is always like, go touch some grass, like, because you literally need to ground yourself. For blush, I'm going to use the Maybelline Sun Kisser blush. This is new. This is in the shade City Sizzle. Super pretty color. I'm using quite a bit because these are sheer. One thing about these is right when you lay them down on your face, blend them out because they dry very quickly. I would definitely say my birthday month was a success since May is coming to a close. I'm so grateful. I was having a mental breakdown and I don't know how in depth I'll go about talking about this, but I mentioned it on my platforms, well, TikTok, briefly before. Okay. I've mentioned it on my platforms briefly before, but family stuff, you guys. Just some family things have been coming up and I'm dealing with a lot of unresolved trauma. Which is very interesting because it's like unresolved. You don't even really know that you have it until it comes up out of nowhere. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. It's like, oh, okay, I didn't know that this was still bothering me. Even when the situation occurred, I didn't think this would affect me like that. But concealer, I'm going to use the NYX Bare With Me concealer. This is a little bit light, so I'm going to mix this with another concealer. I'm going to mix it with the L'Oreal Infallible concealer. This is in the shade 350 Bisque. I'm not going to put this like directly on the crease of my eye. I'm going to blend up. It's a very bright shade, you guys. I did this when I was making the TikTok tutorial. I was like, okay, she's bright, she's certainly bright, but I know how to tone it down, so it'll be fine. Using my Real Techniques 402 brush. If you ever see a pink Real Techniques brush in my hand, it is the 402 brush. It's their setting brush. I love blending out my concealer with this. It's my holy grail. Putting some in the center of my forehead, and I do like to put a little concealer back here to clean up the contour just a little bit. And I am gonna run a little bit down the center of my nose, ever so gently. I do have a lot of concealer underneath my eyes, which is just a no. So I'm gonna do something about that. I'm gonna take my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist and spray my face. I'm gonna take this little beauty sponge and spray it also. And I'm just gonna pick up any excess concealer and really dab this into my face. At my face, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder, and this is in the shade Light. This setting powder genuinely makes me look like a filter. I'm using my Dion Cosmetics Powder Puff. If you see me with a powder puff, odds are it's from Dion Cosmetics. Her powder is amazing too, but it's not necessarily a drugstore, so I won't be including that today, but I love it. And I'm not baking, I'm just pressing the powder into my under eye. And I'm putting this everywhere I put concealer. If my lip liner looks a little weird, y'all, it's that Statue Beauty lip tint. I love it, but I also don't know how to use it very well. Taking a little bit underneath my contour and just setting this area. Now that everything is set, we're gonna put powder products on top of our cream products. You guys know I love to do this. It really helps with the longevity of your makeup. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Bronzer in the shade 350. I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush and really bronze up my face and my neck. You guys, I did not realize that this stick did not match like this. I don't normally do this, okay? Just put that where you put the cream bronzer, and I kind of like to diffuse that line right there out. We don't want it to be harsh. And I'm just blending upwards. I'm going to run a little bit on my eyelid since I did put bronzer there. Now for powder blush, which is literally my favorite part. This is Milani Luminoso. Classic. Everybody loves her. It's one of the prettiest blush shades I've ever seen in my life. It's from Jason Wu. This retails for about $8. This is in the shade Sweet Pea. A baby pink. I'm sold, I fear. I'm sold. I'm sold. Now that I have all of the powders laid onto my face, we're going to do layers of setting the face. I'm gonna start with more of the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Just melts and blends everything together in the perfect way. That setting mist, especially if you like to be dewy, even if not, even if you like to be matte, that setting mist, but really it's just more of like a just melts your makeup and it doesn't really keep anything in place, in my opinion. I have a mini fan. Milani has a sunscreen setting spray that I'm also going to use. I love the glow this gives to the skin, and even when it dries, you guys, it still looks glowy like this. Like, I kid you not. Like I mentioned before, we're going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Setting Mist. This is a dupe for the one size, allegedly. This is affordable, and your makeup is going to stay in place. You need to have something that's going to lock your makeup into place. It is like hairspray. It is intense. I feel like you are a little too dewy. Take that powder puff. Just go over the areas you don't want to be super dewy. I'm gonna put a little bit of setting powder in my brows just so the pencil doesn't slip around. I hate that. I'm gonna use this Maybelline brow pencil that's literally almost gone. I'm gonna carve out my eyebrows with a little bit of that L'Oreal concealer we used. And this brush is a Morphe X Ariel brush A19. I normally blend this concealer out with my finger, so I am gonna spray this on my face one more time. Now we need to find some lashes. You can obviously do whatever you want when it comes to your lashes and your eyes. I don't know, do I like this look? These are lashes from Sephora collection. I'm pretty sure they're like $5 right now, if I'm not mistaken. They're in the style Daring. I don't know if I want this big of a lash, but I might just do it for the plot. I don't know. It looks cute. It looks cute. I'm gonna take the eyelash curler and curl my lashes. I'm gonna use this Perfect Beige lip liner from Sephora collection. I actually really love everything about this shade. Okay, Sephora collection, period. And another clear gloss, so I'm just gonna use this one from Anastasia. This is the finished look, you guys, using all drugstore products. Super affordable, and I just love it. Like, this is gonna be my go-to look for the summertime. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and just subscribe for more content like this. I love you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.